Hi guys, it's Maya. So I'm making a video today about my opinion about Serum de Tient. So this is kind of like a finishing serum with a base color that Biologique just came out with. I decided to purchase both colors because I like to self tan, and when I do, I typically have a few like different concealers and foundations that I like to use and blend to really achieve what color I'm at, because I kind of go from like being super tan and somewhat of an olive color to like medium tan to back to my fair skin. So I really fluctuate in terms of colors. So I decided to just get both to really feel out, what color I am. Right now I have some self tanner on, so I am going to use number 2 because this is the darker of the two formulas. I got number 1 as well, which I have yet to use because I've been tanning, so I haven't really seen what color that looks like on yet. So uh, I will say, when I don't have any self tanner on either, number 2 is just like perfect. It kind of like blends and like fades away and adapts to my skin tone. So I will say number 2 is really great and really worth the purchase. Also like knowing that I have 2 because I feel like I'm going to use through this product really quickly. I've only used it probably about 4 times already, and I do notice like it's about a quarter of an inch used up. So I do think that this is just something I'm going to keep repurchasing. I'm even considering wearing this as the base and foundation for my wedding day. I have yet to see how it photographs, so TBD. Okay, let's get started. So right now I just have a little bit of like placenta cream on. I just did the Bio Magic mask and then used placenta cream, and I feel like very normal. My skin feels like not super oily. It's just a really good base. So I have been using the Serum de Tient a step like 18 of my skincare. Not really, but I've been using it after a finishing serum, after the quintessential serums, and I have found that less is more when it comes to using this. If you use a finishing serum and then use this, I have noticed that like I will get some sort of product buildup that starts kind of peeling off. So I will skip my finishing serums, which I'm using Serum Y'all and Le Grand Serum. So I will skip that as well as skip the quintessential serums when I'm using this. So yeah. And I have been using 2 pumps. I'm just going to do a little demo how I'm using it right now without the brush. I did also purchase the Biologique brush they were selling, and I have not used it yet because I did not want to waste product. This is kind of pricey. It's $140 retail, not including shipping. Most of the places that you can purchase it from are waiving shipping, and most of the places are also sold out. So I bought number 1 from Rescue Spot, and number 2 was still in stock from Vicky Marov in New York. So yes. Okay, I'm just gonna show you guys how I am applying this right now. So I'm still using like kind of a patting motion, and I have been using, like I said, 2 pumps for my entire face. So I just have to be super duper careful with my eyebrows because they are microbladed and they have like an ombre brow tint to them. So anytime that I get any product on there, it just looks so crazy. And if anyone's ever interested in me doing a microblading review, I can definitely do a video on that because I don't recommend it. I think it's just better to work with what God gave you. So definitely I also recommend, if you are using the Serum de Tient, go to like stand in front of a mirror. It's great to just wherever you do your makeup do it, but also like get magnified, because I do find that there are some areas that will not really blend. So it's great to just like go back in and make sure you're all blended out. And that is just using fingertips, and I've been using it under my eyes and yeah, with a lot of blush. So I absolutely love this. So I'm going to insert a clip using the brush right now too, just so you guys can see what that process is kind of like and if it's worth buying the brush. Okay, here we go. I just use water to remove the Serum de Tient, and I think it does a pretty great job just with water and a washcloth and just being super gentle. This is nothing right now. And I would like to say that in comparison to another product that I just purchased, the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Face, I think that is so hard to remove off the skin. And even my fingertips, when I've put it on, it's just so oily and greasy, and it takes like 6 washes, that the fact that this comes off so easily, I just know it's better for the skin, and I'm not worried about any buildup or anything like that. And the color, I just like, now you see like this is closer to my original skin color. My neck has self tanner on it, so I'm just gonna use number 1 to just show you guys what it looks like on me, just so you know. And I'm gonna use the brush this time. I feel like we'll probably have to use maybe more product, hopefully not. And I'm just taking 3 pumps because I know the brush is gonna absorb a little bit as we go. I also love that this kind of has a cooling effect to it. I mean, I will say the closest foundation that I have used that is very similar to the consistency is Chantecaille, the water. Let me grab it. This one. Future Skin. It's the oil-free gel foundation. I feel like this, the way it like kind of dries and cools as you put it on, is as close to a consistency as the Serum de Tient. I kind of like using the brush. I just know that I am wasting product as I put it on, so I probably won't really use this brush much more often, but I just liked having it. I might even just use this like as powder or like a little bit of a contouring brush, because this is a really unique shape. But yeah, this is what it looks like. This is number 1, and you can see it's far lighter than number 2. And just a point of reference, in MAC, I typically wear like NC20, NC25 when I'm a little bit tanning and darker. So I would prefer, just, I don't know, I just love number 2. I love the way it looks like on, and I feel like this just gets rid of my like little glow I have going. So when I'm super pale, I will use number 1. Back to Chantecaille, I forgot to mention, I feel like in comparison to Serum de Tient, there is way more pigment in the Chantecaille product. I think this is a great product. I feel like when I purchased it, I bought it, it's almost gone, but I purchased it thinking that, I'm just going to swatch a little bit, thinking that I would use it all the time. But when I started using it, I noticed that, I mean, it has way more coverage than the Serum de Tient. this is just the wrong color for me, and it has so much coverage that on days when you just feel like wearing a BB cream or just like running, to the gym with something on, I feel like Serum de Tient like can flex to be that way. And I feel like this is just like, a stronger foundation with like heavier than medium coverage. Whereas Serum de Tient is like a very light to medium coverage. And I'm actually really surprised how much coverage there is in this product, and I just highly recommend it. And this is like my new everyday like flexible foundation. I'm not worried about it creasing. I'm not worried about it like caking anywhere because it just doesn't do that, whereas products with more pigment kind of do. So I just highly recommend this to everybody. Buy it now before it sells out. Thanks, guys. Check out my more videos. I have tons of Biologique Recherche reviews, and subscribe down below. Have a good one.